13 WMAZ weather, sponsored by Premier Heating and Air.
Time is now 6:08. You might be thinking, what colder temperatures? It's not so bad outside right now, but it's coming.
Exactly. Cochrane sitting at 55 right now, 5 degrees away from 60. And yes, we've got 30s on the way this morning in central Georgia. We also have the chance for maybe a brief changeover from some of the light shower activity to maybe some flakes and sleet mixed in. But I am not expecting any impact travel-wise across central Georgia from that, and that's only going to be for a handful of spots. That's not for all of us across the area this morning. 51 is what we're doing right now in Macon. Today, a weird weather day. Between now and 3 p.m., we will dip down into the 30s, back to 40 by 3 p.m., and then free fall through the 30s and 20s during the overnight hours. We'll check it all out in just a moment. It's, again, 51 in Macon, 45 now in Forsyth, 43 in Thomaston. This cooler air sitting just to the northwest of us and is ushering into central Georgia as we speak. Along with it, some showers out there this morning across much of Monroe County, northern Crawford, a couple of sprinkles over towards Baldwin and Hancock counties as well. A steadier rain back up towards the Atlanta area, but then also back into Alabama as well. And you see on the flip side of that, there's that brief changeover there across parts of west central Alabama. So let's time it out on Future View for us in central Georgia. Temperatures again continuing to fall this morning instead of rising down into the 40s by about 7 a.m. And then by 9-10 o'clock, the back edge of the rain will begin to pull through, and that's going to overlap with some temperatures down near the freezing mark. So 32 in Thomaston, 34 in Forsyth, 35 in Eatonton. The blue numbers you see here, those are the wind chills. So at 10 a.m. this morning in Thomaston, it's going to feel like 22, 25 in Butler, 32 in Warner Robins. We played this forward through the morning hours. There's 11 a.m. there. Notice that some of this mixing is happening with temperatures just above the freezing mark. So the combination of that plus our ground temperatures being plenty warm. Again, we made it to 60 yesterday afternoon. We are not looking at any sort of accumulation if we are able to get a changeover to anything across central Georgia. The only chance of this happening is going to be in these northwestern communities as well. So from Taylor County through Crawford, Bibb, and up towards Hancock County, and then points north and west. If you're watching this morning in Eastman, Hawkinsville, Cordele, Vidalia, over towards Dexter, McRae, I don't think there is any chance of a changeover there because the rain is going to be moving too fast. Then by 4 p.m. tonight, temperatures still in the 30s and 40s. Here we go into the overnight hours. Look at this, 7 p.m., 20s for most of us, feeling like the teens already. 11 p.m. there, continuing to get colder. And then by the time we're waking up tomorrow morning, heading to work and school, actual air temperatures roughly close to that 20-degree mark, but feels like temperatures in the single digits for areas north and west. Teens elsewhere across central Georgia. It is going to be cold no matter how you slice it. So a wind chill advisory in effect for our far northern areas of central Georgia. That's going to be Upson County, Monroe, Jasper, and Putnam, and that's going to kick in at 5 p.m. tonight and continue until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And the reason why these counties are included in that and others are not is because in north and central Georgia, in order to get a wind chill advisory, you need feels like temperatures between 5 degrees and 9 below zero. Those counties are going to meet that threshold. We are going to be slightly warmer than that 5-degree mark in terms of the wind chills back here in our neck of the woods. So a lot to unpack here on the 7-day forecast. 30s through the afternoon today with this 30% chance of a mix later on this morning. By the time we get to tomorrow, we will warm into the 40s, although it will feel like the 30s at its warmest through the afternoon. And then come the 50s for Thursday and Friday, along with a 20% chance of rain on Friday. Not looking at really a widespread chance of rain, but still one nonetheless. And then much colder air comes in behind that. If you are looking for a winter weekend, boy, do I have one for you. A high temperature of 40 on Saturday after an overnight low of 19. 43 on Sunday after an overnight low of 17. The good news is I'm not expecting the wind to be as strong, which means the wind chills not in the single digits this weekend.